Hey you guys, welcome to Kay's Unpopular Chronicles. This channel is for growth, love, protection, life lessons, accountability for self, resurrection, and putting an ending to all destruction, chaos, conflict, and confusion. We are all students but few are true teachers. I am here to give chronicles of testimony to the collective as I am a true servant to the Most High. Now, I want to go ahead and talk about toxic environments, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people have dealt with toxic environments. And it can be anywhere, it could be in the workplace, it could even be with your family, it could be in a relationship that you're in. It's just, if it's toxic, it's toxic. So the quote-unquote definition of it is any place or any behavior that causes harm to your health, happiness, and well-being. So basically, for example, if you're in a relationship with someone and they're not in control over your happiness, they're not control over you per se, but they are there to build you up, they are there to help you in ways that they are supposed to help you. They are supposed to play their role, just like you are supposed to as well. If individuals do not do that and they're basically just for themselves and they can care less about your happiness, your well-being, your health, that is a red flag. That is a toxic environment, and you do need to weigh out the pros and cons, and you need to get out. Now, I've had a lot of environments that I've been in that just been super, super toxic. And it's sad that the fact that I've always been the type of individual to blame myself for individuals' mistakes. You should never do that. Yes, take accountability for what you do. Never take accountability for what someone else does. And also to never let them sit up there and put the blame on you, because this is what individuals do. They like to put the blame on other individuals because they do not like to take accountability for their own wrongdoings. That is a total red flag, and that's a kind of like a inkling to where you kind of need to get out of it. You do. Now, for example, too, say that you have a boss, and say that you have been speaking to your boss about certain things that do not make you feel comfortable, things that make the environment very hostile. You just basically speaking to this individual about what problems and issues that are currently just constantly reoccurring, and this individual makes an excuse for every single situation, not basically listening to you, just making excuses. First off, that goes to show that your boss doesn't give a flying rat's ass about you. Secondly, it's also stating that your boss is not listening. They don't have a good listening ear in no way, shape, or form. They don't care. When someone doesn't give a flying rat's ass about you, they're not going to listen. They're going to continue to make excuses. And then they're going to try to put the blame on you. This is what they do. That is a red flag for you to definitely get the hell up out of there. Just leave. Me personally, you've already told this individual how you feel, what's been going on, what the issue is. If they're not listening, they shouldn't get mad or upset. They can't get mad or upset if you just up and go. You just up and leave. You just, you're done. You're not dealing with this. Because, see, this is what individuals do. They like to add stress onto you. And they can give a flying rat's ass if you're stressed out. They don't care. Because, first off, they don't even feel like you even deserve where you're even at. Based off of your color, based off of the fact that you are a woman or a man. There's plenty of things as to the reason why they feel that you should not be in the position that you're in anyways to begin with. And understand that when you leave, or if you leave, it is not stating that, blah, 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 I give up and everything like that. You have to take accountability for your own health. If you are putting yourself in harm's way, get the fuck out of there. People don't care. And if the person that you're with, or, family, friends, whomever, if they don't care about it, that's a red flag for you to be like, you know what? Since they don't care, they don't need to be in my life. They do not need to be in my life. The good times, they do not need to celebrate with me. The bad times, they do not need to be here. Because at the end of the day, all they have been doing is basically putting the blame on you anyways. What is that doing for your mental health? What is that doing for your happiness? What is that doing for your well-being? It's not doing anything. And this is what they want to do. Because first off, they're already jealous. Second off, they're already envious. And they show it every day. I can give a flying rat's ass if they're, trying to act all nicey-nicey. Everybody knows that there's a such thing as nice nasty. And this is what these individuals do. They're a nice nasty. They sit up there and smile in your face. But at the end of the day, they can give a flying rat's ass about you. And whatever well-being that you have, they don't care. And they're not going to care. When these individuals try to make you feel small, feel bad about yourself, when it comes down to what's going on, that is a red fucking flag for you to get out of there. Leave. Because I'm going to tell you something. As soon as you leave, there's going to be the most biggest collapse they have ever experienced in their life. I have always done that. Every time when I leave people, leave workplaces, as soon as I leave, all hell breaks loose. And it's because all of that built up karma that these individuals have placed on themselves, whether it's an institution, whether it's a person, whether, it doesn't matter. They have placed that karma onto them because they took it upon themselves to continue to harm your health, to harm your well-being, and not give a flying rat's ass about it. You are supposed to take care of yourself. You are supposed to put your health, your happiness, your well-being first. It does not matter about a check. This is why I've always left a position. If I feel like you're not listening to me, if I feel like you're just gaslighting me, I'm leaving. And there were times where I just left because I'm not going to sit up here and play anybody's games. I don't do that. I don't play games. Life is not a game. And when individuals act as if life is a game, they typically fuck themselves over. So when you leave, do not be surprised that shit hits the fan. It hits the fan so bad, so terrible, to the point to where I don't even think that they come back from it. And that's what has happened in a lot of jobs that I've left, and a lot of individuals that I left. I left. And as soon as I left, it's like their whole fucking life just like collapsed. It just went kaput. That's why they want you to stay. They want you to stay because they know once you leave, shit is going to fucking hit the fan. So what I suggest anybody do, if you feel like you are being harmed in a situation, you feel like you are not comfortable within a situation, if nobody is listening to you, even though you have spoken about it more than once, then at the end of the day, leave. Let it go. It's okay. It is okay. It's no big deal to leave. It's like people get scared to start all over and stuff like that. Don't be scared to start all over. Because see, the thing is that what you may not realize is that, for example, say if you do start over, you might start over and it be the best thing that has ever happened to you. You're more happy, you're more healthy, you're more whole. Like, things like that happen. And see, this is what people don't understand about me. Is like I'm not attached to an institution. I'm not attached to individuals, people. Like, I'm not attached to things. I'm not attached to the material realm. So it's so easy for me to uproot and leave. Because the only root, the only foundation that I truly have is within myself. And see, people don't understand that. That's why they walk around in this la-la land and not give a flying fuck about other people and what they go through. I would recommend anybody who is going through a relationship and the person that they're with is not, basically, they're not doing their job. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people have experienced that in relationships, to where you're putting more into the relationship than the other person. I've been in that situation a lot, and if I feel like I'm doing that to an individual, I'll pull back. I'll be like, I'm not dealing with this. I can't do this because I'm not giving you what you deserve. It's funny how, like, some people, they're so selfish to the point to where they can't do that. They can't look at the other person and see, hey, maybe they deserve more. They deserve more than what I'm giving them. Let me sit up here and let them know, like, hey, I can't basically give you what you're asking for. I can't give you what you want. So, you have the choice to definitely do what you need to do. But I'm telling you right now, I can't do it. And people have an issue with being honest and saying, I can't do it. And I did that. I did that one time when I knew that I couldn't give a person what I feel like they deserved. I feel like they deserved more than what I was giving them. And I did that because I was still in love with somebody. And I knew it was not right to continue to be in the relationship with that person. And I knew that I was in love with someone else. So I was honest with this person and I told this person the truth. Now, when you do tell the truth and when you do kind of part ways and release the toxic environment or whatever the case may be, some people, they get upset, they get mad, they get angry. That's not your problem. You were honest, you told what needed to be told, and that's just it. You know, it's not necessarily your issue anymore because you spoke on it. You told your truth. You said what you needed to say and you let it go. And that's how it needs to be. If I feel like if people were more honest about how they felt, people were more honest about what they want, you know, a lot of people wouldn't be in certain situations that they're in. And don't get me wrong, you stay in situations to see like, hey, maybe it'll get better. But if you know that at the end of the day, it's just not, because people are evil. They are. People are evil. And like I said, there's people out in this world that don't feel like you even deserve half of the things that you do have. Even though you shouldn't give a flying fuck about it, it's still the reality. People feel like you just don't deserve it. Even though they don't know who you are. They don't know who you are. They don't know your life. And even if they did know your life, because see, family does that too. Family does that too. Family feels like you don't deserve half of the things that you have, even though they've seen you struggle, even though they've seen you went through what you went through. Shit, half of the time they fucking did it to you, but they still feel like that you don't deserve it. The reason why they don't feel like you deserve it is because at the end of the day, they don't have that resilience like you do. They don't persevere like you do. They're jealous because if they went through half of the things that you went through, they would have probably already fucking croaked themselves. And see, that's where the jealousy comes into play. That's where the envy comes into play. Because see, you've been through more things that they've been through. And you are still persevering. You are still looking at the bright side of situations. But you're looking at the reality of it too. So I definitely wanted to go ahead and say that. I wanted to talk about that because it's serious and it happens every day. It happens every day in any relationship that anybody is in. If it's toxic, leave. And especially if you told this individual, hey, you know, this is happening. This is happening. And if they don't care about the fact that you are telling them the truth, then you make the decision for yourself and let it go. And it's time. When you feel like it's time to let it go, it's time to let it go. And it's okay at the fact that you let it go. You need to let it go. You need to end it. You need to release it. Because you are definitely protecting yourself and your well-being. You will be okay. As long as you know that you did the right thing, things will happen more positive for you. The Most High will open up the door for you. He would. He will open up the door for you, and he would definitely be like, you know what, since she did what she was supposed to do, and she actually, really persevered through this, and on top of that, listened to how her body felt, or how his body felt. Let me open up these doors. Yeah, you do. You have people that are angry, that are upset, and they will try to block the doors that are opening up for you. I've had it done plenty of times. There's plenty of individuals that have tried to do that. They have tried to block me, stop me, do all of that fuck shit. And it never fucking works. It never fucking works, because at the end of the day, they're not the Most High. They're not my ancestors of the highest white light. They're not them. They're not the Ascended Masters. They're not them. So therefore, they have no say-so in what goes on in my life. All they have is say-so as to what goes on in their life. And half of the time, they don't even have that. Because see, when people want to control you and what you're doing, it goes to show you as well as them that they do not have any control whatsoever. So know that, and know that you are doing it for yourself. You are doing it for your well-being. Who cares about what a person says, what a person does? Because see, they're selfish. So they're going to try to keep you in a toxic environment because they're selfish. They don't give a flying rat's ass if you fall over and croak and die, because 9 times out of 10, that's what they wanted anyway. Because they don't give a flying rat's ass about you. They don't care about you. They don't even like you. They just using you as a cow, sucking you dry. So do what's best for you. Don't do what's best for a company. Don't do what's best for an institution. Don't do what's best for a person, your family. Don't do what's best for them. Do what's best for you. And I'm going to go ahead and go. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.